Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome to your Pick a Card September Tarot and Oracle reading. We have 3 piles for you to choose from. Pile number 1 is the Sun, resonating with that bright, light, open, free, sunshiny energy. Solar plexus and vivaciousness, right? Pile number 2 is the Moon, very, very intuitive, bringing up a lot of subconscious energy, bringing out the wild side of yourself for a lot of you. This is just really, really deep, going deep energy. Yeah? And then the Star is healing, guidance, showing the way, being shown the way, and showing others the way, and connecting to spirit on a much, much higher frequency. All right. So take all the time you need. There are timestamps in the description, and I'll meet you at your reading. Okay, beautiful soul, if you chose pile number 1, this is your reading. So we start with the Sun card. The path ahead for you in September starts with something that you're excited about, something that frees many of you, and illumination as well. Being shown the way, being shown something that wasn't clear before, the lights being turned on, okay? And then the King of Swords, that same energy, having perspective, having clarity, really being on high for a lot of you, being the boss. But whatever it is, it's kind of being set apart from the lower energy on earth. All the drama, all the trauma I'm getting clear on what it's all about. And the Knight of Wands, really, really exciting energy, going for what you want, being really bold and brave, having some confidence that maybe you were lacking before. This could be a very, very new energy for you of I'm gonna go get it now. All right, and one more, please. Thank you, Spirit. The Two of Swords, making a choice between 2 things, one that doesn't benefit you as much as the other. So with that clarity, right, with the clarity of the King of Swords and the Sun, being able to make that difficult choice, or that choice that was difficult up until now. And we're going to get clarifiers for these cards, but let's move on to what gifts and blessings are coming for you in September. Okay. 7 of Cups, clarity in whatever choice you may have, or having lots of options, whereas before you didn't have lots of options. Being given the opportunity to choose something that you didn't know was a choice before for a lot of you. Lovers, this is again a choice card, right? This is choosing perhaps the road less traveled. Choosing the option that other people may not have selected for you. So, it's Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden choosing the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. A lot of people would have thought that might not have ended so well, whereas for you, this is the path for you. Hermit, really, really strong energy again of being set apart. See this Hermit up on the mountain, not really a part of, I don't often get this for the Hermit or for the King of Swords, but I'm certainly getting this for you. Not being part of what's going on down below, having your vibe is too high now to be sucked into whatever is going on down there for a lot of you, but also great wisdom, great clarity. Now now you understand type of energy. And for some of you, it's teaching. I got that also from the King of Swords, bossing up, but also teaching and showing other people the way. And the 5 of Pentacles in the area of your gifts and blessings, it's changing what you value. 5s are always a change and adjustment. And Pentacles is the earth sign, so it's things that you have, things that you want. It's things, persons, places, or things, right? So it's changing what you want, changing what you hold dear, changing your wishes. Maybe for some of you, it's changing like how you invest, or how you earn money, how you earn your wealth, right? For challenges and lessons, you have some conflict and competition, a contest ahead of you. I feel that because you are set apart, because you are on high, you're not going to be sucked into the drama or the trauma of the Five of Wands that a lot of people can, you can lose your way in the five sometimes, right? In the Five of Wands, it's like getting stuck in the whirlwind energy of a lot going on that's not yours, that's not your path, type of thing. And then death and rebirth. This is change, the change, right? We have the Five of Pentacles, something shifting. For you, this is challenges and lessons. This could be challenging for you to go through this adjustment. Although, because the adjustment is in your gifts and blessings, it's for the best for you. Death and rebirth is always for the best for you. Transformation always happens when you're ready for it. You have to be the butterfly in the chrysalis in order to emerge, right? So this is Spirit saying this could trip you up a little bit, right? Ace of Cups, a new beginning. Some of you may have a hard time starting over. Some of you may have a hard time with, for some of you, it's a new relationship, a new love, a new path of something that your heart yearns for. So, in the challenges, this is a blessing card. It's a real blessing card, but in the challenges, it could be a difficult time opening up to that blessing or receiving that blessing, or even for some of you recognizing it. I'm not really getting that so much because you do have the King of Swords and the Hermit. So you have a lot of clarity, but, feels like, a challenge to receive, right? And the Empress, this beautiful nurturing into life energy, right? She is pregnant with possibilities and she is gestating something new and beautiful for the world. So really this could be a difficult time in the process of gestation. If you are pregnant, you may be getting to the point where you're uncomfortable, right? If you are, uncomfortable, like your back starts to hurt, you get hemorrhoids. I've heard. I'm not saying I know this personally, but I have had a child. So it's like something is temporary. Obviously, it's, you're going to give birth and you're going to change, right? So whatever it is that you're gestating could be at a pain point, right? So you just have to push through it, push it through, whatever you're creating. And in the area of advice from Spirit, from your gods, guides, and guards, from your angels and your higher self, the world, be open to new possibilities. The world is the ultimate culmination of the energy of tarot, of your path. So you've completed not just a chapter, but a book, right? And you're about to start a new one. So the world is telling you in your advice to recognize that something has ended and something new is about to begin. Take the time to celebrate it. Take the time to give yourself that pat on the back, to let other people know, to put it out there, and then to move to the next step. Again, we're going to get clarifiers, but that is a really beautiful card to have in your reading with the Two of Cups. You have the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups in your reading, and the Lovers. For a lot of you, there could be relationship issues here, really blessed relationship issues here, but still, nonetheless, in the advice card, Two of Cups is saying to be open, where you have the Ace of Cups here in your challenges. Be open to receive, open to explore, open to allow yourself the I want to say the pleasure of being loved, loving, and lovable. Yeah. And the Tower, let something go, let something fall. If something does fall, recognize that it was meant to fall, it was meant to be. And again, you have the butterflies here, right? So there is that chrysalis energy, that gestation energy. So when we give birth to a new creation, on whatever level, there is a cracking open. You can see that with the acorns too. There's a cracking open, and that's kind of Tower energy where you have to surrender to the process, to the discomfort of giving birth, basically. And then Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race. Plant your seeds, your garden will grow. This is time to start planting seeds too, with that World card. Time to start creating your next beautiful thing in the world. You have the Empress, the Knight of Pentacles, and the World. You are definitely creating something beautiful in the world. And Page of Swords, be open, be curious, study, look and watch. With the Five of Wands in your challenges, if you have competition in whatever it is that you are facing in the month of September, the Page of Swords says, look, watch and learn from your competition. Your competition has something to show you, okay? That's going to make you better at whatever it is that you do, okay? Then let's get some clarifiers for beautiful pile. Okay, pile number 1. For your path, you have the Five of Swords. So that's your third 5. This is very, very interesting. There are changes being made, right? So with the Sun card and the Five of Swords, the Sun is illumination. The Five of Swords says changing your mind. Yeah, you had the Five of Pentacles here, changing your values. This is kind of like that energy, right? Because something has been illuminated for you with the Sun card, you now realize, oh, I can see what's going on here. I understand this on a new level. King of Swords, right? Hermit. I have a much, much higher perspective. I quickly change my mind about the direction I'm going into, or the direction I was going to go into. Okay. And then clarifying King of Swords, we have for beautiful pile number 2, thank you, Spirit, we have the Star card, illumination. Again, seeing clearly, seeing truly. She's being guided by the stars, so it's guided by spirit. It's not guided by fire at night, right? It's not guided by your passions, but guided by clarity now. You've been down this road before. For some of you, you know the way. But for others, it's like, oh, I am divinely guided, and now I understand how to hear that still small voice. And again, the butterflies, right? I've changed my mind. I've changed my values. I am removed from the drama. I have the wisdom of the owl. And this is such a healing energy too. Healing for your mind. Like for some of you, this could be an energy of disillusionment with the Five of Swords, and swift healing of your energy, your vibration, your intentions. I love that. All right. And then clarifying that beautiful Knight of Wands. All right. Okay. 2 cards coming out. Okay. 7 of Cups and 8 of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands is going after what you want, beating your own drum too, right? Like being bold, being courageous, being on a mission. And then 7 of Cups, again, you had 7 of Cups before too, right here in your gifts and blessings. So that's beautiful. So something that you are choosing, you are quickly going to know exactly what to do. 8 of Pentacles is putting in the work, right? It's staying up early for a lot of you. I'm sorry, staying up late and waking up early to start work on it. Something new that you are, your new wish, your new hope, right? That's going to become a new manifestation with the earth element here. So you're turning your wishes, cups, into reality, pentacles, because of your passionate approach to life right now. All right. That's really, really, really strong, solid, beautiful energy of empowerment and eagerness for what is to come. All right. Clarifying 2 of Swords, making that choice, letting go of something that doesn't benefit you. We have the 7 of Pentacles, but I feel this card, whatever we have. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. Again, another 5 of Pentacles. So 7 of Pentacles. Again, it's for, a lot of you, this is your garden growing. You know what? That is so funny. I thought that we were talking about the Seven of Cups, and I said again, as if we had pulled the Seven of Pentacles. So this is a really strong resonance with some of you. And I just want to point out to you, you have the beautiful multicolored horses in the sky, or, you know, I see these as Pegasus as well, right? She's dreaming these beautiful colors into being. The butterflies are manifesting in front of her, right? So she's manifesting her world according to what it is that she's imagining or whatever her intentions may be. So this is you creating, again, making your dreams a reality, right? By letting go of something that was truly in the way. You know, Two of Swords is an uneasy truce, something that cannot last for long, that where something has got to give. And the Five of Pentacles is changing your values, changing your whatever it is that you want. And it's also changing something in the physical world, a person, place, or thing. Like releasing one so that you are freer with another, releasing one so that you are at liberty to embrace the other, or to empower the other in your life somehow. I'm just getting, you know, but this is in order to make your garden grow, in order to make your dreams a reality, whatever it is that you want to manifest. So, you know, I see a mixed blessing for you here, you know, on your path. You know, something has to go in order for something new to come in. But you have the clarity to see it through, the clarity to understand it now, whereas you may not have before. All right. So clarifying this Seven of Cups in your blessings, we have the Sun. That's awesome. You have the Sun twice in your reading. The Sun card is the happiest, most blessed card in the deck. So again, this is clarity, illumination, right, in making your choice. It is clear as a bell that you are given a choice, and you have to make it with the Two of Swords. That is a very uneasy truth. Something has got to give. And there's this butterfly again, this, I don't know if you can see it there, but this butterfly imagery here. You're changing. Something has changed with all of the fives to make your choice so much easier, and you will be so much happier on the other side of this. Okay. And then clarifying the Lover's card, that choice card. Thank you, Spirit. We have two cards here, Nine of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. So with whatever choice you have, you're choosing something that is going to, and this is also a card of wisdom and understanding. The Nine of the major arcana is the Hermit, right? So this is the Hermit of your fire element, your wands, what you're passionate about, what you believe in, what you want to go after. And when you are wise about that, you are stiller. You're not super active, right? You've gained enough wisdom to know how to do more with less, a lot of you, or to accomplish more in less time or with less output. For a lot of you, it's harnessing the dark and white wolf or the dark and white horse. So that's very chariot energy of, I know how to focus all of my energies, shadow and light, in order to move forward in the world in a better and more effective way. Queen of Pentacles, creating the life of your dreams, creating the world that you are dreaming up. Those colored horses, those colored Pegasus, right? I can make the world I can make my world a more beautiful place with whatever choice it is. And I feel like you already know what choice this is, really. You know, I feel like with the Nine of Wands here and the Hermit card, you understand. You already get it. You just need to like make that choice for yourself. Give yourself permission. For a lot of you, I feel like you just need to give yourself permission, right? But it really, I mean, with the Queen of Pentacles in your gifts row, this is growing something into fruition. This is like that Empress energy, giving birth to something, creating something beautiful out of your own talents, gifts, and abilities, right? Clarifying the Hermit. Let's see. King of Pentacles. So we have divine counterparts. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, right? With the Lovers in your row of gifts and blessings. So this does not have to be a relationship reading, but if you are wondering about love, this is a super divine confirmation that there is love, and choosing perhaps the road less traveled, choosing for your own authentic preferences rather than what other people tell you a lot of times in the Lover's card. I'm not getting a lot of that, but I always have to mention it, right? It is a confirmation that is here for you. For others, this is just divine alignment. This is your divine masculine and your divine feminine joining forces. I really get that white and dark horse energy for you. It's like I am whole. I am utilizing all parts of me now. For a lot of you, you've done the light work. You're a light worker and a shadow worker, and you have come to a place where you are now ready to step into your authority on a higher level, King of Swords. And wow, are you creating something out of wisdom? You are disseminating information or guidance out of your maturity and your wisdom that's going to bring you ultimately, especially if you stick with it, with the Eight of Pentacles, wealth, prosperity, and security on some level in this life. Okay. And then clarifying the Five of Pentacles. There we go. The Four of Cups. Five of Pentacles, that change I talked about, changing your values, changing your ideas. Four of Cups, something is, you're over it with something. Like you already know what to let go of, and you're okay with that, like it's almost burdensome for you to have to deal with something. And so it's really, really easy, because this is in your gifts and blessing row, for you to release it. It's time to release it, and you just know it. You just can't do it anymore. Your heart's not in it. Yeah. And that's a blessing. It's going to make it real easy for you to make these changes. Change is definitely on the horizon with the fives. All right. Five of Wands, and your challenges and lessons is clarified by death. You have death twice in the row of your challenges and lessons. So you're changing. Whatever change it is that you are undergoing is a challenge. It's not to be taken lightly. And the Empress gives birth, but when the Empress gives birth, something ends. As a mother, I can tell you that when we give birth to a child, we feel a great sense of loss, and sometimes it leads to depression, because we're not feeling that life inside of us anymore. Our body has grown accustomed to feeling that life inside of us, and I'm really truly feeling that for some of you, there is a mourning required. And if you are losing someone in the month of September, I am dearly, dearly sorry. That is not necessarily a thing. For most of you, usually the death is just transforming yourself, being transformed, but death twice in the challenge row. There is a possibility, losing a pet, losing something that you, again, grew accustomed to, losing a job that gave you a sense of security or a sense of identity. With the King of Swords there, it's becoming your own boss. So a lot of you, there could be something like that. Whatever it is, it's a temporary energy. You're going to get through it. Your blessings row is powerful and strong, right? But just surrender to this energy and know that you are divinely guided. You are being blessed. The goddess Nuit is over you, guiding you. I really get that strong feeling of literally the road is being paved with yellow bricks in front of you so that you can't miss a step. It's truly being shown to you. And also, you have a lot of illumination here, and you have the Phoenix here, transformation, and the butterfly again. You are truly being transformed. So with the Five of Wands and the Death card, I would say, again, with that contest, conflict, and competition energy, you are being changed in a way that's going to make you be able to face that You know, you are going to be given what you need to come out ahead in that contest, but you have to surrender to the change. Yeah. And Four of Pentacles, clarified with the Death card. You know, this is a solid energy, right? Like this swan is behind a frame of rock, right? So it's like a strong sense of security, right? The Death card with this tells me that you might be losing a sense of security in some way, right? So, you know, losing something that makes you feel like you don't have to worry about tomorrow, just a little bit, right? Just a little bit of insecurity coming in. And this is just a feeling of insecurity. This is not true insecurity in your challenges and lessons card. This is teaching you that a false idea of security is not truly serving you, right? And digging deep and finding your own inner security, right? So, and yeah, I can't help but notice that here in the middle of the Death's face and here in the middle of the frame, you have this bright sun, solar activation energy, you know, going through this process, through this portal into the other side. You know, you are going to become, and I got that earlier too, higher frequency, ascension in some way. Okay. And then clarifying the Ace of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. And, you know, this being in your challenges and lessons, and I can't help but notice that it came out inverted as well, right? Ace of Cups is that, you know, like I said, I don't want to open up to the possibilities, right? Like, I'm afraid maybe this is going to end the same way it usually ends. You know, I'm not so sure about this one. You know, the Ten of Pentacles inverted is like, you know, afraid of reaching for the answer to all your hopes, dreams, and wishes. The that's what the Ten of Pentacles is all your hopes, dreams, and wishes. And again, with the World card, the World card in your advice says to release something so that something new can start. And the Ten of Pentacles inverted is, for a lot of you, a fear of releasing something so something new can start. Challenging to start something new because you want to hold on to something old, you know. And this definitely doesn't have to be a relationship. This can be a relationship. It can be, you know, a friendship or anything like that. But really, I feel like for a lot of you, this is that thing that gives you a sense of security, right? So if it is a relationship, it's a relationship that maybe you feel a sense of security with. It's a person who has more resources than you, or you've grown accustomed to the resources attached to them, or you've invested a lot of time and energy into them, and maybe you're on in years and you're like, oh, you know, I don't want to start something new because I'm uncertain where this is going to land, or, you know, I maybe want to step away from this relationship because it is not feeding my soul. But will I ever meet somebody again? And again, you know, you see all the beautiful butterflies here. You've changed. You can't stay in an old situation, no matter what that is. With the renewed or the ascended sense of identity that you've earned, you know, having done the light work and the shadow work. I'm just seeing that, you know, with the light and dark imagery. It just keeps coming to me. And the Empress is clarified by the Seven of Swords. You know, this Seven of Swords especially reminds me of, what is that called? Imposter syndrome. It is imposter syndrome all the way. Like, this is a beautiful, powerful, empowered, mighty stag. And this is a just a little fawn. And it doesn't have horns, and it's not super white yet, you know, it's just how they look when they're younger. And it's got all these swords poking all these worries, and it's in a tangle of kind of, I don't know which way to go, I'm helpless, blah, 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 you know. And this guy here, he's like guided by the moon, and he's very, very graceful, and he's sure-footed, you know. So he doesn't, you're not seeing yourself clearly right now, you know. So the challenge is, you know, this is going to be very, very different for a lot of people because of the Empress. The Empress is such a creative energy. What are you creating? What are you giving birth to and bringing forth in your life, right? Whatever it is, you may be and this is a challenge. You may be uncertain about your ability to see it through. You may be unclear about your worthiness to bring it forth. You may not want to let other people know about it. And a lot of times I say, don't let other people know about whatever it is that you're creating. But here with the Seven of Swords, the Empress, she's giving birth. This Empress is giving birth. You have so many cards here. The World, the Ten of Pentacles, that baby is coming, whatever it is, right? There's no stopping it now. And, am I able to step up? Am I the voice of this? And for some of you, I want to say the voice of reason. I don't know why, but, am I, I am the voice. That's what I want to tell you. You are the voice. What you have to say matters. Who you are is worthy. And this is your creation, and don't hide it now. This is time to allow other people to be blessed by what it is that you're bringing forth. Okay. And then clarifying the World card for Beautiful Path number 1. Prince of Wands. This is exciting, open, new energy. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Free at last. Free at last. This is your magic wand with the sunflower, right? And you chose the sun card. And I feel that, and you have the sun card twice, that strong sense of illumination, very Leonine energy, roaring, roaring. So whatever you're changing into, be confident about yourself, be bold. Let people hear your voice. Let people see your creation. The world you're creating is so much more beautiful. I got that with the Empress, but look at that magic wand, painting the world with more butterflies, just got to say, and stars and sunflowers. Follow the sun, follow your bliss, and all the colors of the rainbow. Very, very creative. There's so much creativity here. Let other people see your creative genius. Let them experience you to the fullest. For a lot of you, Two of Cups, clarified by King of Wands. Very, very passionate. So, for anybody who's asking about relationships, go for it with gusto. This is in alignment. King of Wands is really, really passionate and knows. Just go after what it is that your heart is asking for, because it's in alignment with your highest good and it's empowering for you, So, it's okay. This is a yes, Clarifying the Tower, Three of Wands. Three of Wands is bursting forth into your next creation. And the Tower is covered with butterflies, and the Three of Wands has butterflies. So, don't even think about it. For a lot of you, just go for it. Like whatever it is that you are, that you have the impulse to do in the month of September, don't even think about it. Just do it. I have the seed cracking open energy here, and here literally you have the wheat blossoming, right? So all of your like your emotional guidance system, the things that come to you, the urges, all of these are just spirit manifesting through you. So you are a conduit of change. You're a conduit of illumination for many. But your life is upgrading, let this fall so that you can go through that new door. The Three of Wands is definitely stepping through the new. And Knight of Pentacles, that energy of sowing your seeds, creating something beautiful, creating that beautiful new world. We talked about. Ten of Wands, the end of hard work for a lot of you. Put your heavy burden down. The 10 is the end, right? You had the World in your advice card too. So end something. Something's got to end so that your seeds can become the forest that you want to grow. Anything that's laborious, you're being told, is not for you at this time. 10 of Wands, just set down your burden. And if you don't understand this and you feel like you are overworked in the month of September, just know your burden is about to end. Just have faith and know that you're about to bust through that wall. For a lot of you, you're working towards something, and Spirit wants you to know that it's about to take fruit. It's about to manifest. Right? So don't give up. A lot of times we give up at the 9 of Wands. It's just too heavy for us. And we're like, I've been at this for a long, long time. Right? And that's how you became so wise with the 9 of Wands earlier in your reading. You've been at it for a minute, right? Whatever that was. But here now, you've reached the point of diminishing returns. Whatever it is that's a burden in your life, the more you work, it's not going to bring forth any more benefit for you, right? It's time to start something new. Okay. All right. And here you have the Knight of Pentacles. So interesting. The Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Right? You are such a powerful creator this month. You are such a manifester this month. But also know with the Nine of Pentacles in your advice that things could take a while too, right? While you're giving birth to something new, be patient with whatever that is. Be patient with the process and with yourself as you are bringing it forward. All right. So let's get a little bit more about your path in general. Thank you, Spirit, for the month of September for pile number 1. King of Cups. Subconscious wisdom, let's get some clarifiers. The King of Cups is a beautiful card for, a love reading, but also, this is like, a nebulous energy, right? Oh, wow, look at that. The 7 of Cups again. So the King of Cups is subconscious. The 7 of Cups is clarity. So, you already know in the path of September, you already know what your choice is. You truly have to follow your soul's urge and your soul's calling. I don't know why it's taken you this long actually to do this or to make this choice, but Spirit wants you to know this is yours, and it has been for a while. And Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is just like that King of Swords energy. It's clarity and perspective. You're up there. So you have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords in your path. So again, divine counterparts, but also divine masculine and feminine equally at work, right? So, for some of you, this is truly, I am complete. And I just have to point out again, Queen of Swords has butterflies on her crown chakra as well. You are able to receive divine guidance and wisdom easier now from Spirit because of how you've changed. But you are a new person. That's why this old energy doesn't suit you anymore. And I want to say right under the Queen of Swords, you have the World as well. More endings and beginnings, right? So let's clarify beautiful pile number 1's gifts and blessings. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is surrender to your new insights, surrender to guidance from Spirit, and allow yourself to break out of that chrysalis, that butterfly chrysalis, and see how bright his crown chakra is. Allow Spirit to speak to you and through you this month. You are like a divine conduit. And I have to say, you really truly are like a divine conduit. You have the Magician card here. So, and the Hanged Man also is like a different perspective. When you're hanging upside down, you see things in a different way, right? And in your gifts row, that tells me that you are being gifted the ability to have a new perspective, a higher perspective, right? But a divine conduit, and look at the Magician, as above, so below. As within, so without. He's growing his garden. His intentions are up here, right? Gardens don't grow in the air. Those are his intentions. Those are the colorful horses that you had in that one card, right? The Pegasus up in the sky. Here they are. right? The Pegasus up in the sky. You're imagining the world that you want to manifest, and it is blossoming below you. Literally, that's what you have here. You're imagining and you're pointing down. So as a conduit of spirit, you are creating. You're a powerful, powerful creator this month, if not always, right? So that's beautiful. One more for pile number 1's gifts and blessings. Thank you, Spirit. 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords is a challenge. It's a mental challenge. But in your blessings, this is you overcoming a mental challenge. You know, it is this energy of the 5 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. You know, I'm changing my values. And this is major. You know, this is major. Like this is soul growth. This is the next chapter of your life. And it's happening because you are changing from the inside out, right? So also, you know, it has a lot to do with your mental body, with your mental awareness, with your, the way that you think. You know, it's like you're thinking differently. It's interesting. And then for your challenges, overall, Page of Pentacles, that new beginning, right? Just like the Ace of Cups, starting something new could be a challenge for you. You could be like, I'm not so sure if I want to start over again. I'm not so sure if my seeds will take, will sprout. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. They will take sprout. You have the 3 of Wands. They will take sprout. And then the Chariot, you know, divine alignment within yourself, that white and black horse, right? Making yourself, harnessing your divine will with your earthly will, right? The dark horse wants to make babies and eat, and the white horse just wants to go home to spirit. You know, neither of these things are what you intend, right? So you have to pull them together in order to move forward. So harnessing your will could be a challenge. You will need to focus, right? You will need to trust the process. You will need to believe in yourself that you have what it takes. And you'll have to rein yourself in some way, right? You have to rein in the overeating or over consuming of something with the dark horse, or stay focused on the prize, eyes on the prize. And Ace of Wands, again, the challenge, that starting something new, believing in the something new, getting the ball rolling. With the Chariot, you know, the Chariot is getting the ball rolling. It's pretty heavy. This Chariot is made of rock, and the Sphinxes aren't moving, right? So for a lot of you, this is a challenge to make things move initially, right? And the way to do that, the answer to do that, is to trust the process and let something go, let something heavy go, and some burdensome process that you had. You know, this is bugging me here. Okay. And then clarity for pile number 1's advice, Page of Wands. Go for it. You can do this. Go for it. Believe in yourself. Really, really believe in yourself. Look at this. Is that the Page of Wands as well? Yes, it is. Believe in yourself and know that this was for you. This is for you. You've got this. This is the Prince of Wands is the Page of Wands in this deck. So, you know, start. You know what to do. You know how to do it with the 8 of Pentacles. You have to start somewhere, I'm getting, for a lot of you. And you have Queen of Cups, the other divine counterpart to the King of Cups, right? So, you know, I'm just saying. But, you know, the Queen of Cups, she's got her eyes on the prize. Look at her. She's eyeing that trophy like it's the only thing that matters. This is a cup, but for her, it's a trophy, and that is all she cares about. This is following your emotional guidance system, like only your emotional guidance system. If you're having a conversation with something and or someone and you start to feel yucky, stop it. Just end that conversation. Just be like, this isn't in alignment with my highest good. If you're consuming a video or watching the news or reading something and it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feed your soul, stop it. Turn it off, look away, don't do it anymore. Like, you have to be completely and utterly obsessed with being in alignment with with your highest good, and you know what your highest good is. If it doesn't feel good, that's not it. Okay. We've all been given that ability, right, to identify what is ours. And so you have to put that to practice. You have to put that to work for yourself this month. And then justice. Again, as above, so below, as within, so without. This is also divine karma, but really in your advice card, this is stay upright, stay true, tell the truth, be honest. This is the sword of truth, and it's being held high in order to have your heart be light as a feather. Imagine that this is the goddess Ma'at at the end of your incarnation here, and she has a feather on one scale and she puts your heart on the other, right? Your heart needs to be light as a feather. So forgive yourself and others. Let go of the past. Let go of what it is that's holding you down. 10 of Wands. Speak true, be authentic, but also with the 10 of Wands and the Justice card, allow, God, it was just here. Oh yes, if it doesn't feed you, if it doesn't give back in equal measure, let it go. 10 of Wands, World, if you are putting more into something than you're getting back, this is the time to let it go so that you can move forward. All right. And then you have the 5 of Cups, another 5. So changing how you feel about things, again, changing your emotions, right? Changing and that's okay. This is meant to be. You have all the butterflies here, right? You've changed, and you're supposed to change in this lifetime, right? So turn around, turn that frown upside down, walk away, go toward the cups that are upright, go toward the path that, and for a lot of you, I see this, right? There's 3 cups here that you're done with that. There's 2 cups here. So something that is newer, something that is just beginning, this old thing has just like I got with the 10 of Pentacles inverted, right? It's gone through its course, right? It's completed its lesson in your life, okay? And then you have Ruby. Embrace passion and vitality. Let your heart be fueled by desire. So there is a lot of passion in this reading, and this is a heart. So for some of you, it's definitely a relationship reading, but whatever it is, whatever feeds your soul, feeds your fire, this is where Spirit wants you to go. This is the direction Spirit wants you to go, okay? Compassion, have compassion for yourself, I'm hearing, right? You have compassion for others, have compassion for yourself. Allow yourself to step into your new, better and higher timeline for a lot of you, right? But be compassionate with your thoughts, words, and deeds as well. That upright feeling I got, right? Reining in that dark horse for a lot of you. Be kind. Whatever it is that you're ending, be kind, be grateful for whatever lessons you've learned, and whatever lessons you've learned from where you've been, whether it's a person, place, or thing, that was there for you. That was your a soul contract that was there to help you ascend to this new level, right? And Stag Spirit, take the lead. And boy, look at that. Let go of whatever story you're telling yourself. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm too young. I'm too old. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not sure. Oh, that is an old story, and you have got to let that go. You are not this guy anymore, So, step in to your power, your beauty, your abilities. Trust that Spirit gave you that power, beauty, and abilities to bless the world. I really get that feeling. Divine conduit. Spirit is working through you. I really get that. So step into that. Be that. You are asked. You are that. All right. Beautiful pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being you. And I'll see you next time. Peace. All right, for the beautiful souls who chose pile number 2, this is your path for September. All right. We start with the moon. This is going deep. This is exploring your subconscious, connecting to spirit, getting messages. And for some of you, this is like being still, a lack of activity right now, and just connecting with your divine feminine, where you're receiving information, receiving input, receiving feedback. All right, and what else do we have coming for pile number 2? Thank you, Spirit, for September. Thank you. All right, 9 of Cups. Wow. All right, beautiful pile number 2. This is your wish card. So pause the video, make a wish, and then come back, because you never waste a wish. All right. So 9 of Cups is wishes coming true. Something's going to come true for you. Some wish is something that you've wanted, you're going to receive early on in the month. That is a beautiful blessing. And it's going to make you so very happy, and with that moon energy of being still to receive, I feel like for a lot of you, that allowed you to have this wish come true. All right, I just dropped your cards. All right, there we go. So what else comes for beautiful pile 2? Thank you, Spirit. Judgment. Whoa. All right, pile 2. This is a major divine calling for you. This is Spirit calling loud and clear for you to hear, for you to heed. Some type of judgment, some type of new path for you. Some divine alignment coming into being activated on your path, right? Here you are aligned with your higher self, and you're able now to open up and to step forward into your new life. Judgment, new life, really. And for some of you, it's something old, like from your childhood, from early on in your life, from past lives. This could be just a soul contract that you came in with, but whatever it is, wherever it comes from, for some of you, this is something that a talent, gift, and ability that you were born with, or you developed early on that maybe you forgot about, you let go, you didn't value, and now it's becoming, it's waking up inside of you. And then the devil, freeing yourself, overcoming some type of self-imposed limitation, recognizing that something has been controlling you, recognizing the level of control something has had on you, so that you can, opening your eyes allows you to do something about it, walk out the door. The Judgment card with the devil, this is a faded, major change. Now we're going to get clarifiers for all of these cards with some other decks, so we'll know so much more about it. But that's what we have for your path. Your gifts and blessings for the month of September: Page of Cups, when pigs fly. So whatever that wish come true is, I feel, right? It's going to be something that you didn't even think could happen for you. Right. And so for a lot of you, this is relationship. Okay. But it's something that your heart is exploding. You're so happy about this. And your life is so much more, like you're looking forward to tomorrow. You're so excited. Right. And then the High Priestess, so connected. Gosh, with the Moon card in your path and your High Priestess in the gifts and blessings, like your intuition is on fire. And I really feel like for a lot of you, that is what the judgment is, right? It's your intuition has lit up, like your crown chakra is now activated, and you are able to receive divine messages so much more clearly. Yeah. And you see these runes here. This reminds me of the world tree and how the Norns of Fate carve our destiny on the world tree. So this is you, again, in alignment with your destiny. Judgment card, right? So also, I talked about that divine feminine energy where you're still and silent to receive. That is the High Priestess in a nutshell, right? The ultimate divine feminine, where you just it's like the art of allowing, you know, and justice, karma, good things coming to you because of karma. Like what things that you've done in the past, truth that you've told in the past, forgiveness that you've given in the past, heart as light as a feather. That usually comes when you forgive yourself or others. You know, seeing clearly, she's got her eyes open here by closing your eyes and allowing spirit to show you, right? With the moon and the high priestess. And this particular justice card just tells me really good karma comes to you because you are letting spirit talk to you. You're letting spirit tell you the story, right? And then the 5 of Wands, I don't know if you saw it, but it came out upside down in your gifts and blessings. This is a contest, a challenge. You know, this is also conflict and competition. Like if you're striving for something, if you're in business, if you're trying to accomplish something, that kind of thing. But inverted in your row of gifts and blessings, you're overcoming the competition. You're beating out the competition. You're on top, right? So yeah, I'm very excited about whatever clarifiers are going to come out for this row. It's absolutely empowering and exciting, but also it's like coming to you so freely and without a lot of output. Like the output, because of justice, has already happened. In your challenges, you have the 2 of Cups. Divine alignment again. And again, relationships is interesting, right? So love can be a challenge for you. 5 of Cups came out upside down as well. 5 of Cups is, oh, you know, you're kind of over something, you know. And in the Rider-Waite deck, the 5 of Cups is 3 cups in front of you, that have been spilled or broken, and then 2 cups upright behind you. So this is really 2 of Cups too, right? So your inability to see the 2 of Cups, your inability, because this is in your challenges and lessons row, your inability or unwillingness to turn around and recognize the potential for divine alignment, or for some of you, love. And the 6 of Wands, this is stepping up on a stage for you. For some of you, it's a challenge to be seen, public speaking, get on the stage, allow yourself to shine. You know, the 6 of Wands comes after the 5 of Wands, right? So the 5 of Wands, you beat the competition in some way. The 6 of Wands, maybe your unwillingness to give yourself time to celebrate and to toot your own horn type of thing. And the Knight of Wands. In challenges, this might be a difficult time finding energy. Maybe that's why the stillness is such a blessing. And stillness is kind of a major theme here for September for you. Knight of Wands could be, you know, a difficult time for some of you, beating your drum, you know, letting other people see you, right? Being bold about who you are, being authentic on the stage, right? But for others of you, it could just be, you know, September is a change of season, and a lot of times we have a hard time getting out of bed early because, you know, our bodies just naturally are in tune with the seasons of Mother Earth, and, you know, sometimes we need to get up early, and that can be a challenge, you know, or, you know, need to especially if you're in business for yourself, right? This is when business starts to pick up for the holidays for a lot of people, right? And so it could be really hard to kind of like meet that energy, right? And your advice cards, 8 of Pentacles, work, work, work. And also this is your craft. This is crafting. So, and that's, you know, crafting like, make like spells, right? Like, doing your magic, working your magic. And for some reason, I just got that. I don't know. I don't often say that at all for 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is, you see, this is the moon phases, right? This is get to work through sundown, sunrise, you know, through the week, through the month. And that's what I see. This is a full lunation. Work through the month of September. Just do it. It will pay off. You know what to do. You just have to do it. And it could be a bit of a challenge for you, a bit of a chore for you because of the Knight of Wands and 8 of Pentacles in your advice. We'll see. The Hermit advice is to get some perspective, to stay above the fray. For a lot of you, the Five of Wands is the fray, right? Even though you come out victorious, for a lot of you, stay out of the drama sometimes, right? And also shine your light. You have a lot of wisdom to share. This is the time to do it, right? Also, the Hermit, though, is staying connected to spirit. And teach. The Hermit is a great teacher. The Hermit shares wisdom. So say your words, the world, allow whatever it is to end. Something has come to an end. That Five of Cups says, turn that frown upside down, walk away from the Three of Cups, choose the Two of Cups, choose what's in alignment. So the other one has to end, right? So allow that to end. Allow yourself to step into a newer, better timeline. And look, the Ten of Wands came out upside down. This is very interesting. So the Ten of Wands is a lot of work. It's a heavy burden, and it's one that you have shouldered for a long time to get to the tens, right? So here it's telling you, that energy is a challenge for you, work, but then it's like, take the load off in some way, right? Work smarter, not harder for some of you, but also the real message to the Ten of Wands is you're right on the verge of a breakthrough. You're right on the verge of a breakthrough. It reminds me of the story of this guy who was in a gold mine, or he was in some type of mine, and he was digging and digging and digging for years. He just knew that there'd be gold or diamonds in this mine. And after years and years, he finally just gave up and walked away. But little did he know that if he had just ticked one more time on the wall, that he would have busted through to the gold or the silver, right? And that is what the Ten of Wands is, right? Inverted here, though it did come out upside down too, it tells me also that something that you are spinning your wheels on, you can stop spinning your wheels. Again, I'll get clarification from that, but for most of you, this is the end of a, with the World card, a long journey of output, yeah, and you're about to get some input. And then you have the Seven of Cups. Make wise choices. Connect to spirit to make your choices. Allow spirit to choose for you. Allow your higher self to choose for you. With the Moon and the High Priestess, that's how you should be making your choices right now. You have the opportunity to make the best choice for you at this time. So clarifying the Moon for pile number 2 for the month of September. Thank you, Spirit. The Ten of Wands, again, upside down. And I don't necessarily read reversals, but when certain cards come out upside down, it just says a lot to me, right? So the Moon card is, your intuition, that passive energy, Ten of Wands inverted, let go the burden, and let Spirit do this for you. He's got the bear at his back, who's so much stronger than he is, right? So let Spirit do this for you. Let go and let God, right? And this is the end. This is the end. The Ten of Wands is an end of a cycle, right? And in your advice card, the Ten of Wands with the World, let that cycle end. Your life will be easier for it. Okay. So the Wish card clarified by the Five of Pentacles. Something coming true for you, something beautiful coming into your life, a dream coming true for you, is going to be because of, or it's going to bring about a change in values. This is a person, place, or thing that you no longer want, that you're no longer interested in, So in the fives, we literally make a change and an adjustment in some area of our life. The Pentacles is the earth element. It's something solid, something real, right? So for some of you, right, a wish coming true, once your wish comes true, you'll realize, oh, that's not what I wanted after all too. Now, that's just a side message, but for some of you, that could definitely be a thing. You finally got that person that you've been dreaming of, and oh geez, they got bad breath or something weird. Still, nevertheless, the Nine of Cups is always a huge blessing, and the Five of Pentacles is always like a change. So a blessed change coming in. And let's clarify judgment for pile number 2. Thank you. The Chariot. The Chariot is alignment. You know, it's your white horse and black horse being aligned. The white horse just wants to go home to spirit, and the black horse wants to make babies and eat. And both of those are part of you, right? So it takes focus and will. Focus, will, and drive your heart, mind, and spirit to make these two horses go in the direction that you want them to go in. Well, now you can do it with the judgment. You know, now divine alignment happens so that these two can be aligned. You with your higher self, right? Going forward into the future. So this is something that you have come in for with the Judgment card. This is fated, a fated step on your divine path. The timing is now because you have the ability, you have the strength, the understanding, the wisdom, whatever it is, you know, that brought you the ability to follow that path now with the Chariot. And the Devil card, releasing something, freeing yourself from something, and the Princess of Cups. So the Princess of Cups is, you no longer want this. It's so interesting, right? Like I'm just getting that for you. Like you don't want this anymore. Like it had control of you. You know, this is like someone who overeats a lot, just loses their taste for food, you know, and it becomes very, very easy for you. Now you're not looking down, covering your head. You're looking up at your cup. It's something that you desire, something that really resonates strongly with your emotional guidance system, right? Like I am free to be me. I am free to love my life. I am free to speak my words. You know, I really do get that with being on the stage, Knight of Wands, as your challenge. You know, you're going to overcome that challenge. Yeah, this Devil is that challenge, right? This Devil is feeling not worthy, not good enough, you know, unloved, unloving, and unlovable. And this is the opposite of that. This is embodying the energy of love. So love sets you free. Okay. And then let's clarify Page of Cups, please, for pile number 2 for September. Thank you. 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is like this feeling of like security, right? Because you're framed in with this heavy rock thing, but you're not going anywhere. You're in this frame, right? So it's very limiting. Your limitations, the Devil, are being freed. This security, this false sense of security is going away. You're going to sail past this frame, free yourself, go on the horizon, because you recognize now that there is so much more. There are so many more possibilities. Pigs can fly. Wishes really do come true. You know, I have that song in the back of my head, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Way Up High. La 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 la, why can't I? I get that. Like, you're really being set free this month. Like, you're setting yourself free. You have to do the work. All right. But this is going to take you to new horizons, and your future is going to look so much different than your past has looked because of a lack of ability to see what's on the horizon. And the High Priestess, clarified by the 4 of Cups. And this is in your blessing, right? You're over it with something. Like whatever choice you have with the 5s, your choice is clear. You just can't anymore with something. And that's a blessing, you know. And Spirit is the one that's showing you that, you know. I see the alignment here with the chakras and the alignment with the light ascending here. This, you know, there is an ascension energy for you. And it comes from, again, being still, being centered, being connected. So if you don't have a practice of prayer, counting your blessings, meditation, grounding yourself outside, spending time in the forest, whatever, to connect with your higher self, this is the month to do that. Like, you will really, really reap the benefits of that. We had this card here where her eyes are open, right at the bottom while they're closed here. And here her eyes are closed. I don't know if you can see it, but really they're open. Like, that's how you really see her third eye is lit up. Her third eye is lit up. Close your eyes to see, I'm getting, right? And that's your blessing, right? Like, things become real easy for you. The choice becomes real clear for you. And then the Justice with the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is very self-sufficient energy. Like, she can do this on her own. She releases, she quits her job to start her own business. She leaves, she leaves a popular social media platform to start her own website. She stops reading other people's books and writes her own book. She grows her own garden, basically. That's what she's done. She's grown her own garden, right? And with the Justice card, karma, what seeds you've planted and how you've nourished them and nurtured them into growth, you are going to reap the rewards this month. A lot of financial security can come to you, right? Even though you're letting go of this sense of security, you're finding true security through your own abilities. You're realizing, I don't need that thing outside of me, the devil. I don't need that thing outside of me because I have this within, and it's so much greater. And I'm honoring my true self. This beautiful peace dove she's holding, she's honoring peace instead of drama and trauma, like we've been told, like what we're fed. You're no longer allowing yourself to be fed from others. You're feeding yourself. And in so doing, you can feed the world. I see that with the Hermit card. You have wisdom to share. You have insights to share. I keep thinking, say your words, right? And this beautiful dark cat, again, strong intuition and connection to spirit. For a lot of you, you don't even need to meditate or pray or anything like this month. Like, it's just there. It's just switched on with the Judgment card. Yeah. And clarifying the Five of Wands, we have the King of Pentacles. Yes, coming out on top with whatever it is, whatever that challenge is or the competition is, growing into the mighty forest, right? Creating something better than that. Yeah. If you are a maker and you have a little side hustle, selling way more than them, right? This is like really, really prosperous energy. So great blessing there, I will say. Again, for some reason I'm feeling it, like the holidays are coming. I just feel like more eyes are going to be on you if you are a creator of any kind, right? And then clarifying your challenges, the Two of Cups, you have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is something that you've worked for a long time. You've grown over a long time. And the Two of Cups, this could be choosing what's in alignment with you, or even recognizing what's in alignment with you isn't what you've worked for a long time. That could be the challenge. Isn't what, again, all of your hopes and dreams and wishes coming true, Ten of Pentacles, right? The Wish card isn't what you wanted after all, Five of Pentacles. And in your challenge row, that could be true, like, oh, I finally got it, and dang, it's not what I thought it would be. Now what? That kind of thing. It's not a terrible thing or anything like that, but for some of you, that's what I'm getting. I just feel like that with the Two of Cups, this is also choosing between two things that could potentially feed your soul, right? And in your challenges, Ten of Pentacles, it's like not wanting to make the wrong choice for your future, but understanding intuitively that the choice that you make might not be the one that appears to give you more security, Four of Pentacles, Maybe it's something that you have to create yourself. 9 of Pentacles, right? Like, so, I mean, a real easy way of looking at this is choosing between 2 lovers, and one is not as wealthy as the other, but your soul is aligned with the one that's not as wealthy as the other, and it makes it hard for you to choose. You know, same with a career, right? Choosing 2 positions, and one ostensibly would bring you more prosperity, or more security. Like there's a longer, a possibility to stay with that thing longer, more stability, but it doesn't resonate with your heart, and really you're told to go in the direction of your heart. And then clarifying the 5 of Cups, you have the High Priestess inverted, I'll say that. You have the High Priestess twice in your reading, right? Here you have the High Priestess in your gifts and blessings, and now you have the High Priestess in your challenges and lessons. So it's saying, it could be a challenge to listen to your guidance. It could be a challenge to obey what your higher self wants for you, to walk away from the 3 cups that are tipped over and go in the direction of the 2 cups, right? The 2 cups don't look as beneficial for you. Guess what? You don't need any cups on the outside. You have the 9 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles in your blessings. Like, you are the blessing. You are the cups. Security comes from within you. That, you really, I feel some of you need to really embrace that, and to go peacefully into that new life. Go peacefully into that new life. Don't fall for the drama. I'm not sure why I'm getting that, but just go, choose peace. And then clarifying the 6 of Wands, King of Wands, be bold, be brave, right? This is a challenge for you to do for some reason in some area of your life. Not wanting to put yourself out there. I mean, seriously, you have your torch here and your torch here. You are the master of this life. You are the magic maker of this reality. These are magic wands, and that's your passion alight in those torches, right? So don't snuff out your flame. Don't hide. Don't do anything that could be construed as hiding this month. You are meant to shine this month clearly in your challenges. Don't allow anything to silence you. Okay. And then Knight of Wands clarified by Ace of Cups. There's something that you really desire, that you're really passionate about. This is what Spirit wants for you. This is in alignment with you as well, right? Don't let this opportunity slip you by. I'm getting, okay. You have the moon down here, like, what's for you, right? And I think for a lot of you, what's not for you, and you are, this is your story. You're the one. You are the answer of your questions. Be the change you want to see in the world. Yeah. And clarifying the 8 of Pentacles. For beautiful pile number 2, we have Queen of Pentacles. Get to work creating something. Make it happen. You are the creator of this life. The Queen of Pentacles are creators. All the queens are creators, and the Pentacles is earth, right? So it's a person, place, or thing. You are the creator of something, and you have to work for it, So really work and trust. 10 of Wands. Whatever you are working for will come to fruition, right? You will break through that wall. You will strike gold. You are being told this is a world being created by you, for you, and do the work, right? You are doing Spirit's work. You're doing Spirit's work. Okay. The Tower and the Hermit. So the Tower is letting something go, right? Allowing something to fall low. And the Hermit is up high. So this is you with a higher perspective, not resting on anything. See how you're not sitting on anything here, right? And these people were resting on something that gave them a false sense of security. And now it's gone and they're falling. The only thing that's surviving this fall is this dove of peace, right? Go to peace, be peace, embrace peace, I was saying, right? Don't, whatever this tower is, and think about what a tower used to be when the tarot was made. The kings and queens would stay in their towers. They had a false sense of security. When they built a tower, it was to keep them safe from the masses and to give them to give them the appearance of being above other people too, right? So they would go out on their balcony or look out their window and everybody would look up and yay. When that tower falls, that's the ultimate humbling, the ultimate fall, because what you thought kept you safe and kept you set apart was the thing that actually brought you low and ended it all for you, right? So I really truly feel like that sense of self-sufficiency and not leaning on that thing, that 10 of Pentacles, that made you feel a false sense of security, that 4 of Pentacles, that heavy frame. Your world is about to open up. Let your world open up, Tower is going to come and you can't stop it, right? So, I mean, you could receive news of something ending in your life or something, a way of being ending. And ostensibly this could make your life more difficult, but this would make your old life more difficult, right? You're being called to a new life, Judgment card, Dove of Peace, right? A new higher vibration, a new frequency of creating an authentic life, the life that Spirit wants for you, All right, so let's clarify the World card, the ultimate new life for pile number 2. Thank you, Spirit. Clarify World. Thank you. 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is growing your garden according to what it is that you truly want. These are your intentions. And you have like these beautiful colored flying horses like Pegasus up in the sky, right? And that's what you're envisioning. So what are you creating? These beautiful colored butterflies before you. Literally, colored butterflies are being manifest because you're envisioning those colors up in the sky, it being able to fly, right? So create your new life, your new world, according to your highest intentions, according to your highest timeline. Like, don't limit yourself. I really got that with, the swan swimming past the frame, right? Step out of the ring, let your heart explode into all the different colors, all the colors that you can imagine. Like, you are here to create something new and special. Like, you really have, think outside the box, allow yourself to be so much more that Devil card than you have up until this point, And then 10 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles in the advice row. 5 of Pentacles again, change your values, change, here you have it on your path. The 5 of Pentacles is on your path. So, this is part of your path, part of the call, but this is in your advice, like lean into that, allow that to happen, allow that to be a thing. Go in the direction of your dreams, right? Step through that portal and become the new you, leaving whatever that old path was, that person, place, or thing that you've changed your values about, leaving them behind, but being grateful, understand that it was a long journey. You learned a lot of lessons and now it's time to move on, type of thing. There's a real strong energy of moving on. But remember what I said about with the 10 of Wands, you're ticking at the end of a tunnel and you're like mining gold or silver. And just one more tick and you're going to break through. And here you can see it. You're about to break through. You're about to step through. Like this window is about to open for you. you know. Keep going. Don't stop, right? Six of Cups. And again, look at that flying Pegasus unicorn. Like, oh, no. Okay, that's not a Pegasus. Those are the fairy wings, but it's a flying unicorn. Like, what? Like, with all the colors of the rainbow. Like, your new world is going to be so much more beautiful than your old world. I love this for you, all right? So let's clarify the path in general for pile number 1. 6 of Wands, going to calmer, more peaceful shores. On this side of the water, it's all upset, and on that side, it's glassy smooth, right? You're being ushered by spirit to calmer shores. So, you know, some kind of drama is ending. Some kind of mental upset is ending as well, you know, because these are swords, and you have the 7 of Swords too. Overcoming a mental challenge. Like, something has been bugging you. Something's been like niggling at you, you know, for a lot of you, right? The answers are coming, right? The answer is about to make itself known. You're going to have clarity. 2 of Swords are still in the ground. This is like judgment. This is like understanding what benefits you more, and raising the sword of truth only in your life. So, you know, that energy of like, through your mind, through a decision that you make, through something that you learn mentally, or a new way of seeing the world, and a new way of communicating or being communicated with, right? Swords. You are now able to free yourself. Okay. And then the Chariot. Moving forward, you have the Chariot. And it just reminds me of this card here. Really, really does. So, you know, it's divine alignment. You know, he has his magic wand, he has his magic wand, right? So it's that energy of I am and it's also victory. The Chariot is a victory card. Like, you've won the contest, right? Like, whatever is changing here with the Judgment card and the Devil card, this is propelling you into your future. Okay. You have the clarity now with the Swords to go in the right direction. Maybe you weren't moving in the direction because you weren't sure which way to go, and you gain the clarity to move it in that direction. All right. Clarifying your gifts. Again, the 5 of Pentacles. I believe you've got this 3 times with all 3 tarot decks. Like, you're welcome. Spirit says you're welcome, right? You've changed your values so much that you've changed. Your life has changed. You're letting something go. You're freeing yourself from that devil, finally. And what a blessing that is. And now you have the 10 of Pentacles. That 10 of Pentacles is that real sense of security, true security, right? You have the 10 of Pentacles, or 9 of Pentacles here, 10 of Pentacles twice. True security in this reading, whether it comes from outside or inside. This is what's being created in your life, and this is what you're working for with the 8 of Pentacles. This is what you're growing with the 9 of Pentacles. So you're growing something that is, oh, look at that. And the 10 of Pentacles came out upside down again. The 10 of Wands, like an end of a burden, an end of something really, like that took a lot from you. I'm feeling, you know, it took a lot from you. And you're like, why didn't I let it go before? Well, because judgment didn't come before, right? Timing is divine. Divine timing says now is the time. Like, you've learned your lesson. Like, you needed this in order to change it into the person that you were meant to be, you know. Major lesson that you got here with the 10 of Wands. Your life is about to get so much easier because the 10 of Wands is a really, really heavy load. But again, busting through that wall, right on the verge of success. Okay. And you got the 5 of Wands again. And really the lesson of the 5 of Wands, and this is clarifying your challenges. But the lesson of the 5 of Wands is to stay centered in the midst of conflict and competition, to to not necessarily make any moves based on what other people are doing. It is knowing that what you're doing is the right thing. A lot of times in like sword play, other people will pretend like they're going to do one thing and then they do another. So if you're watching their indications or, what they're pretending to do, you will make the wrong move, right? You're being true to yourself or, this is in your challenging role. You're asked to be true to yourself. You're asked to not necessarily react, not to be so reactive, but to only be proactive, right? You already know the answer because you have the High Priestess and the Moon, right? High Priestess twice. 3 of Pentacles. This is body, mind, and spirit working together to create something special and beautiful. In your challenges, again, with the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, this could be a challenge to put your body, mind, and spirit behind something. Like you're not so sure, you're not so confident, right? Maybe I'm just going to do it with my body. Maybe I'm just going to do it with my mind. You got to put it all together in order to manifest, right? So I say, the body is the artist, the mind is the architect, and the spirit is the monk, right? Those are symbols of your energetic body, who you really are. There's an aspect of you in all of those things. So in order to create something beautiful and special, and that's what Spirit wants for you, really there is that need to harness and focus, right? And lastly, in challenges, you have the 3 of Cups. Wow, like that 6 of Wands. Like it could be a challenge to celebrate. It could be a challenge to recognize or to be recognized for your accomplishments, right? Gosh, for some of you, you could be given the opportunity to speak or to be given an award, and you may be apprehensive to show up for some reason. That could be a challenge for you. Now, being in your challenge aisle, I would say, make yourself do it. Make yourself go. Whatever it is that celebrates you. And look at this. 8 of Pentacles, and here you have 8 of Pentacles, right? In your advice row. Really, really get to work. And I'm really, really getting that month energy, that month energy this month, September. Just do it. Challenge yourself. Say, if you make videos, say, I'm going to make this many videos in the month of September, and just do it. Commit to yourself. Yeah. Also, the 8 of Pentacles says that you have the ability to make it so. You have the ability to do it. So this is a reassurance. And look, you have the Moon again. And really also, think about this. This is a wolf teaching a dog how to howl at the moon, how to be its wildest, most authentic self, right? And you have this Scorpion coming up from the depths of the water. Scorpio, subconscious, the depths, right? So really truly stay in touch with your higher self and your subconscious self. Allow that primal voice to speak and hear it. Keep your brow chakra open, your crown chakra open, by allowing silence to permeate the energy as much as possible this month. Spirit is speaking to you, And then the 4 of Cups. Really, this is Spirit handing you an Ace of Cups, right? So like receive, open to receive. There's this passive receptive energy, this divine feminine energy. Take the gift. Whatever it is that's offered to you this month, take it. I really feel that, Just recognize that comes from Spirit. And then 3 of Wands. This is propelling you into your future. Like you're being propelled into your future. You've created something that will stand on its own. For a lot of you beautiful pile number 2, you started with 2 wands, right? You were holding 2 wands in your hands, and it opened up a doorway for you, a portal for you to walk through, right? And then through your own energy, through your own work, through your own personal development, one of those wands learned how to stand on its own. And now you can move forward into the next chapter of your life, right? So something like passive income. For some of you, you've created a system of passive income. That's the easiest way that I can describe it. For some of you, you've raised a child to where you don't have to fawn over it as much. You don't have to spoon feed it as much. You don't have to give it as much attention. Spirit wants you to know that it's okay to loosen your grip a little bit, whatever it is, and to move forward. You know, there is an energy of you being called to move forward in some area of your life. Let's get some beautiful oracle cards for pile number 2. Thank you, Spirit. We have Lapis Lazuli, seek wisdom and truth, open your mind to higher knowledge. Of course. Like Spirit is speaking to you loud and clear. You can hear it. Like you can hear what's going on here. Your soul urgings are there as messages from Spirit, and because you have, you know, the High Priestess twice, the Moon, and all these other cards, like you are receiving that wisdom. Look at that, the law of allowing, that passive divine feminine energy I was talking about, allowance, the law of allowing. I got that law of allowing early on. Like, let things come to you. You know, there's your Moon, there's your intuition. This is a month of things unfolding for you, and say yes. You know, when something comes into your purview and says, hey, if that's the right word, right? Hey, you know, there's this opportunity for you. Here's this thing to you. And as long as it feels good, as long as it resonates, yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. I will do this. I will do that. I will take it. I will receive it. I will go there. You know, this reminds me of the surrender experiment, the book, The Surrender Experiment. Like, this guy, I forget his name, Michael Singer, I think, he just allowed everything that came into his experience. He said, okay, and he allowed it. And this amazing life unfolded for him. And that's what I feel for you. Wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. Again, that came out upside down, but I'm just going to say, you know, sometimes life does sting. When you have the Devil card in your path and the Five of Pentacles, this is like, you are changing how you feel about something. Like, it's got to happen. You know what I mean? But honestly, I don't know if you've ever been stung by a wasp. I haven't. It's not the end of the world. You know, it's like we fear it. A lot of people fear it way more than they need to. You know, it's just like, dang, that stung. But so what? You know, like I'm so over it already. And I feel like something, you just have to realize that, like, whatever it is, whatever Spirit has for you, and Spirit is unfolding for you on your path, anything that's not authentic to that is going to try to trip you up. It's going to try to put things in your way. You know what I mean? And how ineffective that is in relation to what Spirit has for you is a joke. So I love that for you, beautiful pile number 2. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being you. And I'll see you next time. Peace. All right, beautiful star family. If you chose this card, then this reading is for you. So we're doing a path reading for the month of September, starting with the star. So this is healing, guidance, being guided or guiding others, and allowing Spirit to speak to you and showing you the way, your next steps, allowing you to see what is coming for you. With the Queen of Pentacles is beautiful creative energy. So the month of September for you is going to be filled with creating something beautiful, something new, something that benefits you in the world, makes the world a better place. The Hermit, wisdom. You know, you could be teaching others, you could be showing others the way, you're shining the light, but also you're set apart from the world. You know, you've ascended a mountain, but you're not sitting on the mountain, right? This is your path, but here you are just sitting aloft in the air. So it's like for some of you, I just get you're light as a feather, like an easy energy, like maybe creating is easy for you. And the Eight of Wands, things unfolding quickly for you. So yeah, things could just be manifesting. Things that you were working for before could be coming to fruition for you this month, right? Without you having to do any more work, or with you being able to slow your momentum down a bit, right? In your gifts row, you have the Knight of Swords again. Like, this is really swift energy, and this is truly, truly embracing downloads and divine wisdom. Like I'm just feeling like lightning of information being shot into your crown chakra. Right? So this could be something that, and this is in your gifts and blessings, but this could be something that upsets the apple cart in some way. Like sometimes divine downloads like show us that things weren't as we thought in the world, but it could be a blessing, right? But the Knight of Swords truly is going after information, and also creating content as well, like sharing information for a lot of you. Getting the right information. Nine of Wands. This is the wounded warrior, like coming close to the end of a road where you worked hard for something. Standing strong. Other people wanting to knock you off your perch, but you're not able to be knocked off. For some of you, it's like standing strong, defending your position, and again, I really get that feeling too of like the Hermit holding the lamp up. You're holding that torch that shines the light for others as well as for yourself. And the Queen of Wands, super bold energy. Really, really like brave, courageous, like telling it like it is and putting yourself out there and just feeling good in your own skin, enough to be authentic, in maybe ways that would have made you uncomfortable in the past. Shining your bright light for the world to see. And Two of Wands, a door opening up for you, or a window. When one door closes, a window opens, that kind of thing, and I feel that because she's looking out the window. So we'll get clarifiers for all of these, but I'll be interested to know more about that. And then in your challenges and lessons, you have the Seven of Swords. This is like a lack of clarity, a lack of certainty, needing more information, or a mental challenge. It could be a test or an exam that you have to take, or, starting some type of program where you really have to focus your mind, a need to focus your mind, but you have distractions. You see these crows are cawing and it's very distracting. So they're telling on this person as well, right? So it could be like in your challenge position, being told on, or we'll get clarifiers for that, but something that really, really makes you think twice. Okay. The magician is creating. He is manifesting something out of only his talents, gifts, and abilities, right? So that could be a challenge for you for some reason this month. I saw things unfolding for you here, right? But the magician, again, creates out of his own abilities. So maybe it's a challenge or a lesson for you to have to learn to lean on your own abilities. For a change for some of you, like maybe something has been taken away from you. Something that made things easier for you before has been taken away from you. Now more eyes are on you with this crow. Maybe people are judging you more and it's making you feel uncertain about your abilities too. The Moon, more uncertainty, a need for clarity. We're going to get advice cards, but feels like this is a very passing energy. The Moon is a fast cycle, right? It's the fastest planet, we call it, in the zodiac. So it's going to pass quickly, but this is for the month of September. So, it could be in the month of September, you having to dig deep for the certainty that you need. And I could see that too, because things are unfolding quickly. You want to make sure that things are unfolding in the direction that benefits you most, or in the direction that you were hoping for or working for, right? Like if you're riding a horse and it starts going fast, you want it going in the direction that you intended. So there's a need to harness things, yeah? And Four of Swords, this is connecting to spirit through meditation, through prayer, through just rest, being grounded, just allowing silence in your life so that you can hear the urgings of your higher self. And that could be a challenge. I got that with the crows, like the cawing of the crows. Like, something could really be like, I'm getting like, this reminds me of like a college kid in a dorm who's studying for an exam, Seven of Swords, right? But the other kids are making a mess and partying all the time and not allowing that student to focus, right? And to have the stillness and the silence in order to get clarity in the mind for the test. So it's a challenge, but we are getting advice now from beautiful star family. Thank you. So you have the Chariot. Again, this is harnessing your mind, harnessing your will, right? The Black Horse, for all of us, just wants to go make babies and eat food. And the White Horse just wants to go home to spirit. And neither of those horses are going in the direction that you want to see unfold in the path ahead of you, right? You're trying to do something, make something, get somewhere. So how do you get the horses to get along? You don't even have reins on these horses. You have to do it by harnessing those parts of yourself, right? So dig deep this month. There's a need to dig deep this month and to have self-discipline, self-control. The World, a faded ending and a new beginning, the end of a book, not the end of a chapter. So allow something to be completed and allow yourself to start something new and recognize where what you've attained, how far you've come. For the World also, be brave to take the step of the fool off the cliff. That's basically the next step there, right? So recognizing too when something has ended. And then the Sun, advice, the Sun, be happy, embrace happiness, embrace your highest vibration, your highest frequency. Tune in to the light of the sun. Maybe go outside and allow the sun to permeate your aura and fill you up with that those beautiful light codes that are going to give you what you need. That's going to shine your way into your future, connect you to spirit. And the Page of Wands. Be brave, be bold, be alive. I know that you have the Queen of Wands here in your gifts and blessings. So, it does feel like there is already a sense of confidence, but go boldly into your new world. Go boldly onto your new path. Trust, like the Fool. Take that leap of faith. For a lot of you, take a leap of faith. But this Page of Wands too, I just want to point out, is doing a trick, right? Like there's a trick, a talent, gift, or ability, magician that you have that you might not be utilizing. Spirit wants you to put that out there, to use that, to let other people see it. Like you've been given that gift for a reason. Okay. And then you have Empress at the bottom of the deck, gestating something into reality, creating something, fertility, giving birth to something, right? So I feel like you are being given the opportunity now to, again, with that magician, right? And the Queen of Wands, to create the world that you want, to create the world as you see it. The Queen of Pentacles is the divine creator of her reality. So with the Empress, you're pregnant with possibilities, All right, let's clarify the star. You have the Hierophant. The Hierophant's crown chakra is wide open, and he's pointing to this heart stone in order to help you navigate your way to the center of the labyrinth. Follow your heart, right? So as your path in the month of September, this is you being true to you, following your heart to find the way, following the guidance from spirit, right? This is like spirit guiding you home, or to your goal, to your manifestation too, because a pentacle is a person, place, or thing. It's something that you want to manifest, right? So that is a beautiful, peaceful energy. There's no need to strive there. This is a gift from Spirit. Queen of Pentacles, clarified by the Queen of Wands. I love it. So you have Queen of Wands twice in your reading, like, oh, you're so attractive. There's charisma with the Queen of Wands. People want to be around her. People want to be around you this month. People will naturally be drawn to you. If they see you or hear you or read something that you created, or, are even just in the vicinity of you, like there's a natural, and this won't be all people, but really like this is heightened energy of a natural attractiveness where you're like attracting things to you, right? Queen of Pentacles is creating. So very, very creative energy. I love it. And right at the center of your shield, you have a pentacle, right? So the Queen of Wands is creating, the Queen of Pentacles, right? Creating the world that you want, through boldness. Love it. Such a beautiful creatrix energy, with that Empress, like you are the divine creator. And Seven of Swords is, you stepping out from feeling like you're not worthy, you stepping out from feeling, you have Seven of Swords here in your challenges too, right? So as part of your path, this could be a challenge, right? This could be literally it repeating itself. But with the Hermit, like you are above this, you are shining your light. You're letting people know what you have to show, right? And the Seven of Swords is like imposter syndrome. It may not be so certain about what it is that what this beautiful buck has to offer, because when it looks in the water and sees its reflection, it doesn't see a buck, it sees a baby doe, right? Or a fawn. So it's not it's not true. Like you're not seeing yourself clearly, right? You are this bright stag that leads, that guides. People follow the white stag through the forest to their destiny, right? And here you are shining forth. I feel like some of you could be teaching people spiritual wisdom, or personal development, or, something that's going to benefit people on their path energetically. All right. And Eight of Wands is clarified by Seven of Cups. Eight of Wands, fast energy of unfoldment. Seven of Cups is what you choose. So you're going to choose something quickly. Your choice will be easy. It'll be easy to make. Whatever you choose will come to you quickly. That attractive energy, that's powerful. That's beautiful. That's like Nine of Cups energy, wish coming true all month long, because of that fire, the fire of the wands, the fire of the queens. And let's clarify the gifts and blessings for beautiful star family. Knight of Swords is clarified by Three of Pentacles, something that you're gestating and growing again with that Empress energy. The Empress is gestating her world into being, right? And that's exactly what you're doing here. So the Knight of Wands is learning what he needs to do in order to make that happen quickly, right? At the bottom of his shoe, I don't know if you can see this, but it's zeros and ones. It's like code, right? So you're getting downloads. Spirit is showing you how to make this happen quickly. Eight of Wands, right? So you won't have these eggs in your nest for long. You won't have that baby in your belly for long. Soon there'll be turtles, right? The eggs, like not necessarily turtles, but you know what I mean. Your creation is coming. If you're pregnant, your baby is coming. Like things are, whatever it is you're growing, whatever it is that you're gestating into life, it will be born this month. Okay? And that's pretty cool. Nine of Wands, clarified by Knight of Wands. Super fast energy. The Nine of Wands burns the candle at both ends. What would have been a good imagery of this is a candle lit here too. Like she gets up early in the morning, she stays late at night because she's passionate about what she wants and she knows what she's doing. She knows the direction to go in, and so does the Knight of Wands. very, very loyal and faithful to the path, right? And being guided here by every moment, every step you take is a transformative journey on your path. Like it's changing you. You know, like you're constantly learning yourself. You're constantly learning how spirit works because you have this what is it? A phoenix at the top of this, right? So the fire becomes the phoenix. Like you are becoming, you're unfolding, like you're being birthed with these eggs in this gestation period, you know, in so many ways, right? That's a blessing. Things are happening fast for you, even though you're working super hard, like you're towing the line and you're holding space for what it is that you're creating. The blessing is it's coming forth quickly, and it's gonna keep coming. I just get that, like if it's eggs, like one after another is being cracked open, you know, and they just keep coming out, you know. And then the Queen of Wands is clarified by the Hanged One. New perspective. The Hanged One gives you a different perspective, hangs upside down, right? So it sees things completely differently. And I feel like in your blessings aisle, and also look, it's still, because there's a pendulum at the tip of its head, right? It's still as can be in order to stay in alignment with spirit so that it gets those downloads, right? Like you don't have to do anything for this. The Queen of Wands is like naturally charismatic. Naturally, people are attracted to you, right? So this is you being still and allowing spirit to attract people to you, attract things to you, you know, just by being. You get to do this by just being, you know. Yeah, this is, I mean, the more you do, I necessarily isn't actually going to help you at this point. It's happening, you know, it's happening. And then the Two of Wands with the Three of Swords came out upside down. And this is in your gifts and blessings row. So Three of Swords generally is not a good feeling, but in the gifts and blessings, it's a very good feeling. The Three of Swords is forgiving yourself or someone else. You know, getting that divine clarity, those downloads that help you to understand why something happened the way it did, or why it unfolded in the manner that it did in your life, why you felt the way you did, why they felt the way they did, and that higher perspective that the Hanged One gives you, you know. I mean, you are, like I said, you are becoming, and you're becoming something new again and again and again. Things are coming forward. You have these angels speaking to you, like really, truly getting downloads. That sword coming right into your head, the sword of truth and understanding, something that you weren't aware of before, you know, and that lack of clarity might have made it difficult for you to forgive yourself or someone else. Now it's becoming clear. And now you're being freed from the energy of resentment or fear or dread or regret. You know, and the Two of Wands, it's going to allow you then to move into your new chapter, to walk through that window, to embrace change as it comes. You know, take it as it resonates, but to embrace change as it comes, because really, I mean, this month is filled with change, and a lot of the change is happening inside of you. You know. And then you have Seven of Swords clarified by Queen of Cups. So this is that peace energy I was talking about, like staying centered, staying still in the midst of the drama, you know, and finding that quiet space, you know, removing yourself and only staying in exposing yourself to what feeds your soul and feeds your heart. You know, if you have to move out of a situation so that you can be in alignment with peace, you know, this is a challenge for you to, this is a challenge, right? This is a challenge for you to do so. This is a full moon, right? And so light illuminates on a full moon. So because this is for the month of September, this could be during the full moon in September, right? Where you're given the wisdom, the understanding, the insight, because in a full moon, and it's on both cards, right? A full moon illuminates something that you couldn't see before. So for a lot of you, it's an unwillingness to see something, right? There is none so blind as he who will not see. So that could be a challenge. Open your eyes and let yourself see, but also let yourself find peace. Like, I'm not seeing this as a real challenge. I'm seeing this as the challenge is you not embracing something, that's going to be of service to you on your path. And the Magician clarified by the Ace of Cups. And this is a very interesting imagery too. He's creating this portal in this water, and the lotus comes up from the depths of the sea, So, and a lotus is just coming up from the depths. You can't see it, right? He's bringing this lotus up. So this is peace. Lotus is peace and alignment with your highest timeline, with what you truly love, with what Spirit wants for you, for the best for you. The Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups. It's a very similar energy, right? So it's like recognizing how you can make this happen for yourself, giving yourself permission to make a change that might not resonate with other people, right? But it's what you need. So it's, for a lot of you, it's living for someone else or making decisions based on the thoughts of other people. And again, not knowing your own ability, not allowing yourself to be the creator of your destiny, not realizing that you are a co-creator with Spirit. So you have everything that you need already, right? So it's not an alignment. Like, your energy could be not in alignment with your heart, and you could feel like you're off, like things are off a little bit for you, that challenge is, it's answered in your advice cards, right? Like, just go to follow the sun. There's a song, Follow the Sun. Listen to that song. The moon is clarified by the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. This is your wish card. And I really felt that too. Like, the Seven of Cups with the Eight of Wands is the wish card over and over again. Pause the video and make a wish, because we never waste a wish. This is a free wish, right? And then come back. So the Nine of Cups with the Moon card, this is, with the Moon card, like, this is subconscious energy, right? This could be not knowing that your wish when you see it, right? Like, your wish manifests and you not recognizing it when you see it. For some of you, the answer to your prayers comes and you're not even looking in that direction, that doesn't happen often, but that could be a thing, also, not knowing what to wish for, not being certain about what makes your heart sing. I really feel that too. The Seven of Swords with the Queen of Cups, like an uncertainty of what you want. And that's okay. That's okay. This is a fleeting energy for September. This is 1 month, right? So it's okay to not know what you want, what it is that you have been working for. And so many of your dreams are unfolding. You can just allow things to unfold this month. You're giving birth to something. You're giving birth to yourself, right? So you don't have to. I'm not seeing any reason to make decisions right now or to cut things out per se. Just, a discomfort with your emotional guidance system. I'm really getting, there's like a lack of feeling good in your heart. And I'm sorry to see that. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to say that, but again, this is very temporary, and there are advice cards that will be helpful, right? And the Four of Swords, for some of you, an inability to connect with Spirit, right? Or a challenge, like things getting in the way. Three of Wands, this cracking open energy, this liveliness, there's like busyness. For some of you, it could be very difficult to take time to meditate or take time out because you're busy. This is a busy month for a lot of people, September. It's back to school. A lot of businesses start getting busy because of the holidays. That could just be something that's getting in the way of you taking the time that you need for self-care. I'm not seeing it being super destructive. It's just a challenge. and we all have challenges. Every month brings challenges to all people. It's what we do with them and how we learn and grow through them that matters, you know. The Chariot is clarified with Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles, look at that. This is yin and yang, right? And this is yin and yang. You have the white and the dark, right? So honor both, you know. Within the yin is the yang, and within the yang is the yin, right? There's a seed of black horse in the white horse and vice versa. So honor both sides. And that will be very helpful, you know. I often think of with the Chariot, you know, you really have to focus to move forward. And something I often think of is when someone wants to lose weight, right? How do I get the ball rolling when I want to lose weight? As soon as I start losing weight, I give myself permission to overeat again. You know what I mean? So this is like how to navigate that kind of energy. And that is recognizing that that there is no escaping either energy, right? Everything is gray, right? There's 50 shades of gray for a reason. Like everything is a rainbow in this life. And so honor all sides of you. And also the Two of Pentacles is juggling. That busyness energy, juggling with the Chariot. Stay focused, because you are going to need to keep your eyes on the prize when you get super busy. Don't let some things fall away. This is a temporary energy of having to juggle in life. You will get good at it. Things will get easier for you. So if you're creating positive habits or that kind of thing, keep up the effort, because it's going to become easier for you. Don't give up. You know, I really got that, you know, that's why I'm thinking a diet. Don't give up, really. You're going to catch your footing, right? And then you have the Star again. Beautiful Star family, right? So you have the World clarified with the Star. The World is at the ending of that book, the beginning of a bright new journey, and the Star is guidance into your future, right? And it's healing the past. So I really, in your advice, I really think that Spirit wants you to know this is a very special, important time for you, and to honor that and to recognize that the steps that you take now are going to have lasting effects in your future. So be smart about what you do, you know. Also, heal something or allow something to heal from the old chapter before you move into the new one. You know, she's got her right foot forward and she's got her right foot forward. This is proactively stepping into your future, right? And both of their feet are right behind them. So interesting, the exact same posture. Arms open. So not fully into your future. There's something, there's something in the past that you're letting go. You know, let that stuff go. You know, forgive. For some of you, I really feel like that, you know, and be changed. Allow yourself to know that you're changed, to recognize that this is a beautiful new chapter for you, and go with gusto into your future, you know. And then you have the Sun card, clarified by the King of Swords. King of Swords, so much clarity, so much information too, right? With the Knight of Swords and that data coming in, those downloads, right? The King of Swords is the master of that. He's the master mind, or the master of his mind. And he's also the master content creator. He's a prolific content creator. He creates out of his own wisdom and intelligence. And here it's an openness to Sun and Source. And here he's got the Sun here, right? So really, truly, if you have the opportunity to get out into the Sun and get the light codes, do so. But, you know, I feel like this is just super activated crown chakra energy, inspiration. Take it. Receive it. He's got the Sun literally on his shield, right? So this is a solar activation for you. And I saw, that full moon, like seriously, like around the time of the full moon, like that's when the Sun is doing something special for you. So check that out, right? For the month of September. But, you know, authority. The King of Swords is authority, the ultimate authority in his life, right? So it's time to step into your authority, step into your sovereignty. I'm getting you know, be a higher octave of who you were. You know, I really, with the star in the world, be a higher octave of who you were. And the Wheel of Fortune, you know, where the world is the end of the book, the Wheel of Fortune is the end of a chapter, like brand new endings and beginnings, opportunity for a blank, clean slate as well. So to be able to redo something better for a lot of you, you know, the opportunity to recreate something stronger. Anything that you are redoing right now that you're picking back up, you know, I'm feeling like judgment energy here, like something that you're picking back up. You're called to do this, you know, clarified by the Page of Wands, like that talent, gift, or ability that you may have been not using or not recognizing or not thinking is valuable. You know, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's time to let people see it. People want to see it. You know, Spirit wants you to make this happen. All right, and let's get some clarifiers. You know, and I just want to show you here, 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck is the death of an ego, the end of an old way of seeing things, right? So it's like you are changed, you know. Again, that Swords energy, that mental energy, like you are new. You're new in the best way, you know. All right, so your path is clarified by Lovers. This is a choice. This is a crossroads, but it's also a blessing, being blessed by your angels, blessed by Spirit. And the Ace of Swords, a brilliant new idea, a brilliant new inspiration, a brilliant new direction that you are excited and ready for. And Three of Cups, celebration. Yay, it's time to celebrate. But also these are the fates. You know, I was talking about, I get judgment vibes. Well, really the Three of Cups are the three fates of destiny, or the three Norns that weave your destiny on a tapestry, or carve the runes of your destiny onto the world tree, right? So this is a destined time. This is a very, very destined time for you, beautiful star family, for the month of December or September. You are going to go into this month different than when you come out of this month. And this did come out upside down, but it doesn't matter. It's in your gifts and blessings row. The Nine of Swords is what keeps you up at night, what you're fearful of, you know, what you dread or regret. You know, and I keep talking about forgiveness. There is a energy of forgiveness that's going to take place, right? You may have to forgive yourself or others, and this may come to you with ease. You know, Three of Swords, Two of Wands this month. You know, like you're seeing why that happened. I keep getting that, you know. So you will, whatever it is that's keeping you up at night going into this month is not going to keep you up at night leaving this month, you know, or whatever is keeping you from being present in the now, because really our worries come from living in the past or living in the future. You know, when you find yourself really plugging into that peace energy and connecting to Spirit, you'll be in the now and nothing will affect you in those ways. Queen of Swords, higher perspective. She can see above the clouds now, you know, she has clarity. I love this. Divine clarity. And she's wearing a little wrist mala here. That's what I'm seeing, a wrist mala. And that's like practicing mala mantra, or you know, some type of prayer practice, counting your blessings, just practicing any kind of connecting to Spirit here is going to bring you greater clarity and greater peace, right? And the High Priestess, really getting those messages from Spirit, really tapping in, really being receptive to the blessings that are coming as well. This is Divine Feminine. She doesn't have to do anything for the blessings to come. They just unfold, right? I get that for you. And then your challenges. You have Ace of Pentacles. This could be the beginning, you know, having a difficult time, perhaps starting something new. Like again, with that wish card and the moon, not sure where to plant your seed, or what seed to plant, so that you're really going to need that clarity that comes, you're really going to need to tap in to get that clarity. The King of Pentacles, I'll say this, for these being in your challenges, these are pretty blessed cards, but the King of Pentacles he takes a long time for things to grow. So the Ace of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles it could take a while. Some of the seeds that you're planting may not come to fruition this month, right? And I feel like truly in this aisle, that's what you got. You have a lot of things unfolding for you, right? But maybe some of the things that you really want to unfold, or you really were looking for unfolding this month, aren't. Right? So just don't look in those directions. Look in the direction where your blessings are coming. These blessings will come in their divine timing. The King of Pentacles takes a while, because it's a lasting energy, right? And you have the moon again. And a lack of clarity, lack of being able to tap into spirit somehow, like there's a block, but it is a temporary block. Understand that this is a lunation. The moon is a lunation, right? So this isn't going to last more than a month, right? So just, this month I'm blocked in this way. This month I can't see this, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, really, you can't have everything everywhere all at once, Not that I feel like you want everything everywhere all at once, but you do have the world in your advice and the Wheel of Fortune in advice, right? So there is an energy of something in the past and something in the future, right? So just, things are happening in front of you. So look in front, don't look behind, for the time being. And then in advice, you have the Six of Cups. This is honoring your inner child. Again, that cool Page of Pentacles energy. This could be you knew how to use nunchucks as a child, or knew how to twirl a wand as a child, or, earlier in life, you were great at something, right? And Spirit is saying, let that inner child be seen. Let that inner child be heard. Let that inner child play, You were given that talent, gift, and ability to share it with others, the Hermit, to shine your light with others, really show your wisdom, show your truth. People will be receptive to that. People want to see that. With the world, you've reached a point, you've attained wisdom, and the death card. This is like the ultimate transformation. This is truly letting the past go and going into the future. And you have the sun rising here. And what's so interesting is you see in the moon, these two columns here, and the sun and the moon here. This is like an eclipse, it looks like to me, right? And then you have the same columns there with the sun rising up. So the moon turns into the sun, right? The moon turns into the sun. The sun will rise. You will see clearly. I really get that things are really temporary for you, and you just have to get past this this full moon energy of for some of you it's darkness, for others of you it's like an upset vibe or whatever. It's truly for your own soul growth. Like you are being born, like you're being born and reborn into something better and brighter continually this month. I love it. And then the Queen of Wands, again, super attractive. People are drawn to you. People want to hear what you have to say. People want to see you, So whatever wisdom that you have to share, this is the time to put it out, Let's get some oracle cards for our beautiful star tribe. Thank you, Spirit. So yeah, let Spirit speak through you. Nurture love and compassion. Open your heart to healing. There really is a strong healing energy here. You know, you chose the Star card, and then you have like all of these beautiful cup energies, and all of this is about heart, forgiveness, compassion, and healing. Your heart chakra. Open your heart to yourself and others. Forgive yourself and others. Open to receive, you know, and trust divine timing. Okay. Let's see what else we have for beautiful star family. Thank you. Adaptation. Like adapt, you know, and look at the positioning too, you know, like rest, self-care, that energy of things being really chaotic and loud around you. Adapt to it. I'm just getting that, like, get over it. Like I got that earlier. Like you just don't worry about it. Just do the best you can, you know. Don't let it throw you off your center. Right? What else do we have for beautiful star family? Thank you, Spirit. Chameleon Spirit, act as if, you know, fake it till you make it for some of you. Just step into the role that you want. Step into that role, you know. The Queen of Wands twice, like, be bold, let other people, like, even if you're not certain about what it is that you have to offer and what it is that you have to say, right? Just, you know, do the best that you can, right? Adaptation, and trust that Spirit is going to step in and help you with the rest. You know, Spirit really is trying to say, you know, you have to move into this energy, right? You have got one foot in the past and one foot in the future. The answer to letting go of the past and stepping forward is just, you know, sometimes you just have to pretend. And you're really only thinking you're pretending, right? He's really purple. He's turning purple so that he can blend in with the background. He is purple, right? He's not thinking he's purple. He's becoming purple, right? So you are becoming something new. You have the world and the Wheel of Fortune. So step into what you're becoming. You know, you have the Hermit twice. You're so wise. You know, you are so wise. Don't question it anymore, please. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And I'll see you next time. Peace.